if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
All right, now pay attention. Before we dismiss, Captain Mannering has asked me to bring your attention to an item in yesterday's paper which states that a member of the Home Guard in the Midlands was fined £5 for being drunk in charge of his rifle.
Wish to speak, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm sure you do not believe that a member of this platoon would behave in a like manner to snurge on our integrity.
Yes, all right, all right. I'm sure no offence was intended. I think Captain Manning just wished me to draw it to your attention so that we might all, you know what I mean, all benefit from the lesson.
What lesson?
Don't take your gun to a party.
If Mr. Mannering wants to insult us, I think he should insult us to our faces and not get somebody else to do it behind his back.
All right. I'm sure Captain Mannering had no wish to offend any of you.
Well, where is he then?
Well, he's here.
Doing what? Hiding?
Well, yes, he is in the way. He is, yes, hiding.
It's not surprising, is it? Call us a bunch of drunks. It's
Yeah,
not surprising.
yeah.
My mum will allow me to drink, so how could I be drunk and charge me right?
I don't mind a drink now and again, but like Jonesy says here, you've been calling us a load of drunks. I mean, it's a bit of a liberty, you know what I mean?
All right. Now, just calm down. Now, Captain Mannering is going to give us a surprise lecture. So when you fall out, I want you to all gather round in a little sort of semicircle. Do you understand that? Just in front of the platform. Is that quite clear? All right, well then, do that then, will you? Fall out. Right. Captain Mannering, the men are ready, sir.
All right, Wilson, you can announce me now.
All right, sir, just pay attention, please. Now, Captain Mannering is now going to show you something really, rather unusual.
What's he going to do? Give us a comic turn?
What's unusual about that?
Good evening, men. I dare say you're all wondering why I'm dressed up like this.
Aye, well?
No, sir, no.
Well, as you see me like this, can you guess what the object of my lecture is going to be?
Pruning fruits.
No, Godfrey. It's camouflage. Now, before we start, I shall want to volunteer to drop in the scenery.
Mr. Speak, sir.
Yes, Corporal.
I'd like to volunteer to drop into the scenery, sir.
Something's a bit heavy, you know, Corporal.
That's all right, sir. It's all right, sir. I'm used to this type of work, sir. I helped with the vicarage pantomime last year, sir. I'd done the beanstalk, and once you've done the beanstalk...
Yes, all right, Corporal. Stand over on the side there, would you?
Yeah. We don't call it the side, sir. We call it the wings, sir. The wings.
All right, stand in the wings.
Yes,
then.
thank you very much, sir.
Sergeant, would you stand by the curtain?
Yes, all right, of course I will, yes.
Now, the object of camouflage is to merge into one's background. Draw the curtain, Sergeant.
All right,
Now, you'll observe how I stand out clearly against a plain background. Corporal.
Yes, sir.
Drop in the scene with the woodland on, would you?
Woodland scene coming down, right, sir. Woodland scene, sir. Right, sir.
Now you'll observe how well I merge with my background. Now, can you think of any way in which I can improve this camouflage?
How about disguising yourself as a coal scuttle?
Coal scuttle.
You and I'll burn your bum if you stand there.
Corporal!
Yes, sir.
You put the wrong scene in.
Oh, sir.
It's the woodland scene I want, not this.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir. That's the Baron's kitchen,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir, I enjoyed it. Put it on the woodland.
We had a lot of fun with that last year, didn't we, Joe?
Yeah.
You know, when the horse brought the pumpkin off and all
All
that.
right, I don't want to hear the story, Corporal. Put the woodland scene.
Yes, right, sir. Woodland.
Now, as I was saying, it's always...
Sir,
Excuse
me, sir, but we had a lot of trouble with a Shetland pony last year, sir. Just about where you're standing.
Corporal, will you get the woodland scene?
Yes, I'll get the woodland scene. Woodland scene coming in now, right?
What are you doing on my foot?
Sorry, sir.
Jones, where are you? Corporal! Jones!
The Mannering? Where's Mr. Manning?
He went round the back, I think. Are you there, sir?
Yes, of course I am. Open this door.
It seems obstructed, sir. Look, Commodore, would you mind going round the back, please, and try to
Yes,
help
I'll
Captain
go round
Mannering
the
get
back.
through the door? Awfully difficult. Oh, there you are, sir.
Get the wooden ceiling, will you?
Right. Excuse me, sir.
Oh! I can't get through, sir. I can't get through.
Well, hang on where you are.
Oh, righto, sir.
Get it down, Sergeant. You know better at it than he is.
I'm sorry, sir, but I've never done a beanstalk.
All right, take it up again, Sergeant.
Sorry, sir.
Are you all right, Corporal?
I'm fit as a flea, sir. I say, makes a bit of fun, doesn't it, sir? All that going up and down,
I
sir.
think you'd better go and sit down.
Yes, right, sir. Can you manage all right, sir?
Just about, I think. Now, what do you think of that?
I think that's the best turn I've seen in years, sir.
All right, everybody.
Now, the points I want you to notice particularly are as follows. First of all, the face. Now, for this we need some corks. Champagne corks are the best. You cook them under the grill until they're burned right through, and then...
Serve them on toast. Very tasty, very sweet.
Walker, your very life may depend upon this one day. You grind them to a fine powder, mix them with grease, put them in a tin, and then apply the mixture to the face. Any questions?
Yes. How are you going to get hold of champagne corks? Remember, there's a war on.
I'm very well aware of that, Fraser. As usual, we shall improvise.
Mr. Speak, sir.
Yes, Corporal.
Why don't we get hold of an old cork bath mat and chop it up into lumps?
That's a very good idea.
Yes, sir.
Make a note of that, Tom.
Yes,
You wouldn't have a job getting hold of one of them, sir. Very scarce they are.
Why?
Well, there's a war on, you know. I do just happen to have one in the store, you know. I tell you what, as it's for the platoon, 30 bob, all right?
Thank you very much, Walker. I think we'll find another source.
Would medicine bottle corks do, sir? If so, I'd ask at the clinic.
Yes. Good idea. Do that, will you, Godfrey?
Blackleg.
Now, you'll also notice that I'm covered from head to foot in foliage.
Good job there's no squirrels about.
Now, are there any further questions?
Yes. What do you do in the winter when you can't get foliage? Eh?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
Mr. Speak, sir.
Yes, Paul.
What about holly? There's an abundance of holly in the winter, sir.
We
Holly.
cover oneself with holly instead of foliage.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Or mistletoe.
Well, now, our main task, then, is to blur the outline, break up the outline. Now, I'm going to dismiss you, and bearing in mind what I've told you, I want you to play back here in 1 hour's time, fully camouflaged. Is that understood? Right. Off you go.
And say it's tickety-boo, 'cause tickety-boo means everything will be fine. You'll always wear a smile if you're
Left, right, left. Turn.
Excellent turnout, men. Excellent. Don't you think so, Wilson?
Yes, absolutely. First class, sir. First class.
Who's this?
I've no idea, sir.
It's me, sir. I'm disguised as a small haystack.
Ah, Walker. Very good. Very good indeed.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you, Pike?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's my hay fever, sir.
Well, don't stand next to him. Get down to the end of the line. What's this supposed to be, Godfrey?
Well, I tried several things on, sir, but nothing seemed to suit me.
Well, you're supposed to break up the outline, you know.
So I thought I was sufficiently broken up as it is.
What's this you've got on your face?
Oh, that's my apiistic mask, sir.
Your one?
Beekeeping, sir.
It was full of holes.
Yes, I know I should mend them, but my bees are quite friendly.
Why this? Look as if you're on a cruise to the South Seas.
Well, I had the idea from a picture I saw with my sisters last week. It was called South of Pago Pago. Dorothy Lamour and Victor Mature were in it. Was it good? Well, I liked it, but my sisters thought that Miss Lamour was rather fast.
What's this got to do with camouflage?
I don't quite know, really, sir, but I thought it looked sort of open air.
I see.
I rather agree, sir. It does look rather open air.
What have you been to see? Phantom of the Opera?
No. This is winter camouflage. You wear it in the snow.
Fraser. Why aren't you in camouflage, Corporal?
I am camouflage, sir. I'm camouflaged as a butcher.
You are a butcher.
I know I am, sir, and you know I am. But that don't mean the Germans know I am, sir.
I don't think I quite follow this line of argument.
Well, sir, I'll be standing outside my shop, you know, standing there a bit nonchalant. And along come this German soldier, you see, and he'll see me dressed in this apparel. And just as he's beginning to treat me with ignore, I go, what, with the old cold steel right at him. They cannot brook that, you know, so they will not brook that sort of thing.
No, I'm aware of that, Corporal. What's the meaning of this, Pike?
Well, it's not my fault, sir. I've got a note for you from my mum.
I'm not having our Frank covered in a lot of damp leaves. It will only set off his chest again. Right, that finishes it. I'd like a word with you after the parade, Sergeant.
All right.
I've never heard anything like this in my life, Wilson. The way Mrs. Pike mollycoddles her son is absurd.
Yes, yes.
She's always writing notes or coming down here interfering with the working of the platoon. I tell you, it's got to stop.
Yes, yes.
What would happen if all our men came with notes from their mothers? Look a bit odd, wouldn't it?
It certainly would, sir. At their ages.
The point is, Wilson, somebody's got to talk to her.
Yes, yes.
And as you're friendly with her, I think you ought to do it.
All
You
right.
are friendly with her, aren't you?
Yes, I am, sir. Yes, yes, we go to the cinema together every now and then.
Yes.
And sometimes she asks me back for a meal, you know. That sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
Well, whatever she happens to be cooking at the time.
Oh, I see.
She's got my ration book at the moment, so you see, it makes it a lot easier.
Yes, yes, I'm glad to hear it does. Well, the point is, you've got to have a talk to her.
Yes, right.
I wouldn't allow even my own wife to tell me how to run this platoon.
Yeah,
Thank heaven she knows that a woman's place is in the home.
quite.
I wouldn't tolerate for a moment her telling me what to do.
Hello? Ah, Mrs. Mannering. Yes, of course. Yes. Just a moment. It's your wife, sir, on the phone.
Really? Hello? Elizabeth? Well, I'm very busy. I can't get home for at least half an hour. I see. Well, I'll leave you to lock up, Wilson. Don't forget to have a word with Mrs. Pike.
Yes, of course, sir.
Remember, there's only one way to deal with women.
Oh, how's that, sir?
You must be very firm.
All right, sir. I'll be very, very firm.
I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on...
Frank! It's your butter ration for the week. Oh, dear.
What's the matter, mum?
It's for the WVS. They want us to take in an evacuee. I suppose we ought to do all we can to help. I think we could manage one all right. I know. He can have that little room at the back. I'll write and let them know tonight.
Wasn't Uncle Arthur supposed to be coming for tea this afternoon?
Yes, he should be here in a minute. You don't mind, do you?
No. No, I quite like Uncle Arthur, really.
No, dear. I mean, you don't mind us having a little evacuee to stay with us.
No.
Trouble is, children grow up so quickly these days. But I must say, it'd be nice to have a little child about the house again.
I wonder what it'll be. A boy or a girl?
Well, we shall just have to wait and see, won't we? You know, Frank, it'll be funny being a mother again after all these years. Frank, don't say anything to Uncle Arthur about this just at the moment. Let me tell him in my own time.
All right, Mum, OK.
Oh, there you are, Arthur. You're late.
Yes. A little late.
Well, hurry up and sit down or your tea will get cold.
Right, oh, thank you. Thank you, babe. Frank.
Uncle Arthur.
You look ever so pale, Arthur. Are you all right?
What?
Yes, I'm quite all right.
He does look pale, doesn't he, Frank?
Well, you know what they say, Mum. Pale and passionate.
That's enough of that. You hurry up and finish your tea. Don't you want anything to eat, Arthur?
No, thank you, Mavis. No, I'm quite all right. I'm just not very hungry at the moment.
Well, you must eat something. Oh, I know. I managed to get some of those nursery biscuits today. I'll go and fetch them.
No, Mavis, please don't bother. Please don't. It's very kind of you. I'm just not hungry, that's all.
But you like nursery biscuits, Arthur. They're your favourite. They've got icing on top with little children on them.
I know. I do know exactly what they look like, but I just don't happen to want one at the moment.
There's no need to snap my head off.
I'm not snapping anybody's head off.
Especially after me using all my points to get them.
Sorry, Mavis. I am awfully sorry. It just seems that I don't know. I seem to have somehow lost my appetite.
Well, I wouldn't have wasted my points on them if I'd known. I have to be very careful with everything on points, you know.
It seems the only thing you can have nowadays that isn't on point. It's a baby, isn't it?
Yes, of course. I don't know where you get it from. Unless it's from some of those rough men in the Home Guard. I shall have to speak to Mr. Mannering about it.
No, please, Mavis, please don't do that. No.
I think I'll go and put my uniform on, otherwise I'll be late for parade.
Yes, you do that.
All right, Frank. Well, Arthur, I don't know what's the matter with you tonight. It's not like you to look so miserable all the time.
Mavis, I'm sorry, but I couldn't help overhearing what you were saying to Frank just now.
Oh, you mean about the addition to the family?
Yes, that's right, yes, that's right.
Well, I don't see why you should worry about it.
Well, I do worry, Mavis, I do. I tell you it worries me. I can't understand how you're able to take it all so calmly.
Well, what do you expect me to do?
What?
Well, it isn't as though I'm the only woman in this situation, is it?
Couldn't you keep still just for a moment? You see, I feel a bit responsible for all this, you see.
Well, I don't see why you should. After all, I'm the one who decided to have the child.
Why? Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because there's a war on. Do our bit.
Well, what's the war got to do with it, for heaven's sake? I mean...
Well, I wouldn't be having the child if there wasn't a war on now, would I?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Arthur, do stop trailing about after me like a lost sheep. I'm trying to get on.
Sorry.
Oh, do hurry up and get ready or you'll be late for your parade.
Mavis, do you think I could have a little word with you? Oh, Lord, it's that boy.
Ready,
again.
Uncle Arthur?
Yeah, all right, well, I'll join you in a little while. You know, just tell them I'm coming. All right. Now, Mavis, it is a little bit worrying, don't you think?
Oh, baby, are you dear? Oh, baby, are you?
Now then, as you will all have read on the notice board, we're going to hold a monthly competition for the best improvised weapon or method of defence. Our prize will be awarded, which will be paid for out of platoon funds and provided by Lance Corporal Jones. What have you got for us, Corporal?
Well, it's 2 lamb chops and quarter of a pound of chitlings.
Say that, men? 2 lamb chops and quarter of a pound of chitlings. What are chitlings?
It's the secret part of a pig, sir.
Really? A worthy prize indeed. Well, now we have 3 entrants. Sergeant Wilson, Private Fraser, and Private Walker.
Hey, come on, Jonesy, come and give us an hand with mine.
Right. So we'll ask Sergeant Wilson to give his demonstration first. Right. Get him on, Sergeant. Sergeant?
Sorry, yes.
We're waiting for you to demonstrate your grenade-firing crossbow.
My what?
Grenade-firing crossbow.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I really am terribly sorry, sir, but I'm afraid I left it at home.
You've left it... What on earth's the matter with you? You're in a dream. Are you feeling ill?
No, I'm quite all right, sir. Quite all right.
Pull yourself together. I'll have a word with you after the parade.
Yes, right, we'll do that.
Well, in the absence of the sergeant's crossbow, we'll call on Private Fraser to demonstrate his anti-tank device.
Aye. Listen, this is the road. Now, I place a row of plates upside down in a line right along it. So,
You did say this was an anti-tank device.
I said that's right.
Dinner plate.
I have dinner plates.
Please continue.
Now, the enemy tank comes along the road. Suddenly, he sees the line of plates right in his path. He doesn't know what they are. So he stops, opens his turret, and gets out to have a look. Meantime, we are hiding behind cover. And as soon as he gets out of his tank, we'll let him have it. Bam! What do you think of that, sir?
That's not bad. Not bad at all, Fraser.
Right.
Right, now then, we better call on Private...
Oh, sir.
Private Walker.
Right, now, folks, here we have possibly the greatest invention since the Spitfire. We have the most remarkable piece of personal protection here, the greatest thing possible.
Walker. You're not in the marketplace. Get on with the demonstration.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's a sort of a shoulder protector, isn't it? Like, from flat and shrapnel. And, well, anyway, it's made out of half a tyre, you see, and it will protect you from all that, and any blow from a weapon. I'll demonstrate. You all right, son? Here you go. How's that?
I never felt a thing.
It's a very good idea. Very good advice indeed, Walker. Well, now, we've had two excellent ideas from Fraser and Walker, and we'll decide who's the winner by the usual democratic show of hands. Now, hands up those who like Fraser's device.
1, 2, 3.
Now, Walker's. Right, well, that makes Walker a clear winner.
Oh, don't worry. Don't take it to heart, Taffy. I'll give you some of me chitlins.
That's the first class idea, George Walker. So much so that I think we'll equip the entire platoon. Now, let's see, there are 17 of us, so that means we shall need 9 old tyres.
Well, there's a slight snag to the idea, sir.
What's that?
You can't get no tyres these days. They're like gold dust. Can't get them anywhere.
Why did you suggest it in the first place? I think the prize had better go to Fraser.
No, hang on. I mean, I know they're difficult, but they ain't impossible. I do have to have a few tyres, in the yard. You know what I mean? But as it's for the platoon, 10 bob apiece. How's that?
It's outrageous.
I think my friend has got some old tyres.
Oh. He bleating would have, wouldn't he?
Nothing.
Oh, well, that's better.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cut them up for you, half a crown
Go
a
be
time.
quiet.
The old platoon.
Quiet, sit down. Right, Sergeant, dismiss the parade. Sergeant? I'll see you in my office now.
All right.
Dismiss the parade. Corporal. Come in, Wilson. Shut the door.
Oh, sorry.
Now, what's the matter?
The matter, sir?
Yes. You've been in a daydream all the evening. I've spoken to you on various occasions. You haven't even been listening. And then to cap it all, you leave your grenade-firing crossbow at home.
You see, sir, it's all rather difficult.
Better sit down.
Thank you.
You're in some sort of trouble.
Well, it's not me, you see, sir. It's not me. It's, Mrs. Pike.
How do you mean?
Well, she's,
Now, look, Wilson. I'm not only your commanding officer, I'm also your friend.
Thank you.
And I don't want you to feel any hesitation in confiding in me.
No.
Now, what's all this about Mrs. Pike?
Well, you see, sir, she's, She's going to have a baby.
Really? Oh, that is good news. Actually, her husband will be delighted. Wait a minute. She's a widow, isn't she?
That's right.
Well, how on earth can she be having a baby? I thought you said you only went round there for meals.
See, I did tell you, sir, didn't I, that she's got my ration book.
She's got something else now, hasn't she? I can hardly believe my ears. I've come to the conclusion I don't know you, Wilson. What a cad, that's what you are. How long have you known her?
Quite a few years now, sir.
Why on earth haven't you asked her to marry you?
I don't know, sir. It's one of those things. I just haven't been able to get around to it
Well,
somehow.
you better get around to it, hadn't you? Quickly. You can't go about behaving like Errol Flynn. What do you think the bank directors would say if they heard about it?
No idea, sir. None.
Well, I have. You must do the only honourable thing. You must ask the woman to marry you.
Yes, quite, sir. Quite. I think you're quite right. Yes, right. I'll have a word with her, sir, during the next few days.
We'll have a word with her tonight. You don't seem to realise there's no time to lose.
No, but you see, sir, today's Tuesday.
What's that got to do with
Well,
it?
she goes to bed early on a Tuesday.
Why?
Well, she all gets terribly tired on Mondays.
You just have to wake me up, won't you?
Yes.
And I expect when I see you in the bank in the morning that the whole thing will have been settled.
All right, sir. Right.
All right, that's all.
Can I leave the room now, can I?
Please go.
Right.
I'd fall in love with you.
Who's that?
It's me, Mavis. I want to talk to you.
What on earth do you want at this time of night?
Well, it's only 10 o'clock, Mavis. I must talk to you.
What on earth will the neighbours think?
Well, I can't help what the neighbours think.
Oh, all right. I'll come down.
All right, well, do hurry up, will you?
Hello, then. What's going on here? Oh, sorry, Sal. I'm so sorry. I didn't, I saw a shadowy figure in the doorway. I thought something fishy was going on.
Everything's quite all right.
She locked you out, has she?
No. Yeah, quite all right, thank you.
Lost your key?
No, I don't have a key.
Well, I've got a bunch, 3 bob each.
I came here to remind young Master Pike about the parade tomorrow night.
Oh, but you see him in the bank in the morning, weren't you?
Yes, well, I came round to remind him about that as well.
Arthur, you still there?
Yes, of course I'm still here, dear.
Good job you arrived when you did. I'd only just got undressed. Minutes and I should have been in bed and asleep.
Oh, Mavis, please.
Sergeant, I'm a man of discretion. I mean, we all have our private lives to lead. Know what I mean? Mum's the word,
Yes, all right,
word.
all right. Just go and do it somewhere else, will you? Would you please open the door?
I can't. I've locked up for the night. Besides, I've got my mother staying with me for a few days. Whatever would she think?
But I can't help about that. Mavis, I must talk to you.
I'll talk through the letterbox.
Well, this is acutely embarrassing.
But Arthur, what is it you want to say?
Well, look, Mavis, look, will you marry me?
Arthur, darling!
Boy, put that light out!
I'm going to dismiss you a little earlier this evening, men. As you know, on Saturday, Sam Wilson and Mrs. Pike are getting married, and we're going to provide the guard of honor. Now, I want to have a little rehearsal. I want us to assume that the door to the hall, there, represents the entrance to the church. So on the command fall out, I want you to form 2 ranks on either side of the church porch. Right? You understand that?
Yeah.
Attention. 2, fall out. Right, quickly as you can. Come on now. 2 small ranks down the side of the church. There we are. Now, on the appearance of the happy pair, I want you to draw bayonets and form an arch over them. Like, well, you've seen the sort of thing in the newspapers. Now, Sam, do you want to take your place up at the other end?
Is this really absolutely necessary, sir?
Well, of course it's necessary. We want to do this thing properly, don't we?
Well, it's a bit embarrassing, though.
Oh, come on, there's a good chap. Get on there. Now, wait a minute. We want someone to take Mrs. Pike's place.
Permission to speak, sir?
Yes, Corporal.
I'd like to take Mrs. Pike's place.
Do you mind? Right, go on. Stand next to someone. Right. Guard of honor, present. Bayonets. Not you, Corporal. Corporal. Not you. Hurry up, hurry. Now, put your arm through Sam Wilson's. Right, down you come. It's your wedding day.
Yeah, don't be nervous, Sergeant Wilson.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Manning, but Arthur, our little newcomer's arrived.
Oh, good heavens.
It's a dear little boy.
Little boy. But when?
About half an hour ago.
Half an hour.
And you'll never guess, Arthur. His name's Arthur, too.
Oh, is it?
Come on, dear.
Arthur.
This is the addition to the family, our little evacuee.
Hello, you my Uncle Arthur?
No, this is your Uncle Arthur, and I'm sure he'll be very pleased to see you.
Yes, I am absolutely delighted to see you, and somewhat relieved as well, curiously enough.
Thank you.